welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome! My name is Karen and I am very happy to have you here today. So as many of you may or may not know, I recently went to South Korea and I learned a lot of things. Actually, I uploaded a video about how I manifested my trip to South Korea, so if you want to check it out and afterwards you want to watch this video, you can go and watch it. It's gonna be appearing here and then come back and watch this video. My trip to South Korea was really important for me because it opened my eyes and I saw the world in a different perspective, and I also learned a lot of things. So today I am going to talk about the things that I learned from my trip to South Korea. And yeah, so if I ramble a little bit, I am so sorry. I kind of wrote what I want to talk about, but sometimes some things just come in mind and I have to say them, so yeah. So the first thing I learned during my trip to South Korea is that if you want something, everything is possible. For me, at some point it was impossible to go to South Korea because I decided that I wanted to go like a year before that, and I know that there are a lot of people that want to go somewhere and they plan that for years and years, and it's really hard for them to go to a specific place. But I decided that I wanted to go and that I was going to be in South Korea a year after I wanted to go. And some people told me that it was impossible, that I was crazy, but I didn't believe them, and I knew in my heart that it was going to be possible, and it happened. So I proved to myself that I am capable of anything, and that if you really want something, the universe is going to give you the means to do that, which is what happened to me. Now, while I was in South Korea, it made me realize that I want new things, that I want to know the world, and that I want to travel. I honestly have never been outside of, well, now I have, but before that I had never been outside of America, the continent, you know, because America is the continent, not the country. But being in South Korea, it made me realize that the world is so big, and that honestly I want to go to as many places as I can, and I want to experience as many cultures as I can. Being in South Korea made me realize that I want to always look forward to new things and things that are different from the things that I know. Actually, while I was there, I kind of was familiar with many cultural things, and also with food, because I lived in Montreal and I met a lot of Korean people there. But being there and seeing the culture with my own eyes, it really made me want to know more about the country and about other countries that maybe some time ago I didn't want to know about, but now I do, because they are so different, and I was so happy to just see that people from the other side of the world eat differently. Like, only the fact that they eat with chopsticks, and here we don't do that much. I don't know, it was interesting. And also a lot of things that I saw that they did on the streets and how people live their normal lives. It was interesting for me to see that. Another thing that I realized while being in South Korea is that things are constantly changing. And I know it's a fact, you know, we should all know that, but sometimes we forget. I remember a year ago, actually it was my birthday, and I was in Montreal, and I remember that I was not having such a great time. I was feeling alone, and I mean, I had an amazing birthday, but I just wish that the next birthday would be better, you know. And fast forward to next year, when I was in Seoul, South Korea, it was my birthday again, and it was so different. Like, my life and my circumstances were so different by that time, because When I was in Montreal, I never thought that I would move back to Mexico and that I would go to South Korea. And while being in Seoul, enjoying my birthday and having the best time of my life, I realized that my life was so different. And it was just 1 year apart, and so many things happened, and my life was so different, like completely different. And it's a good thing because now it's better, but it made me realize that a year from now, a month from now, things can change so much, and it's a good thing because if you're having bad times, it's going to be better. And if you're also, while being in Seoul, South Korea, I realized that I had feelings for someone that now is my boyfriend, and it's actually a funny thing how that happened, because I was denying my feelings for him for some time, and while I was in South Korea, I realized that I really wanted to be with this person that is now my boyfriend. So yeah, it's funny how being in a different environment can make you realize what you want to do or what you really want. And I realized there that I wanted to be with him. So yeah, he's here actually. Say hi. Hi. So it made me realize what my heart really wanted. And it's funny because I was in Seoul, South Korea with so many handsome guys and and I was having like the time of my life, but even though I was having the time of my life, I couldn't get this person out of my mind. So that's when I realized that I wanted to be with him, and if I was here in Mexico, probably I wouldn't have realized that. I just needed to change my environment to realize what I wanted. And talking about being in a different environment, also sometimes you just need a different perspective. I was tired of seeing the same things. I felt like I was stuck in my life and that I needed inspiration. And the fact that every single day I woke up seeing different people, different things that I didn't know. Everything was so different that it made me love life again and be excited to try new things and to live again, because I was getting so bored with the routine, with everything, and I just needed a different perspective. I mean, I was seeing basically the same things I see every day in Mexico. I saw people, I saw trees and cars, but they were different, and they were Korean people, Korean trees, Korean cars. And the fact that it was different, it made me look forward to seeing life again as it is, beautiful. I remember that one day, Kenya and I, Kenya's my best friend, we were walking to this, I think it was a palace, I really don't remember, but we got lost. And we didn't get lost just once, we actually got lost many times. And normally when I used to get lost, I would freak out. And I would be so stressed, and I would be like, oh my god, this can be like stupid neighbor, because there's no Google Maps in Korea, by the way. But this time I actually enjoyed walking and just seeing the city, because I remember that we were supposed to go to this temple and we ended up being in the forest, kind of. I don't know, it was like this weird trail, and it was like a mountain, and I don't know, like if I was in Mexico I would get really scared, because anything can happen. I mean, it's kind of dangerous, you know, but Seoul is so safe and so nice that we honestly didn't care. It was super hot but I didn't care about the weather. I was just happy, and I got to see the whole city, or a side of the city, and it was really nice. So while I was walking there, I actually walked like for 1 hour maybe. I was thinking about a lot of things that I want in my life and how my life has changed and how I have changed as a person, and it really made me be in the moment and reflect on my life and what I was experiencing. So sometimes being lost is the best way to find yourself. Before I went to Seoul, I used to plan and plan and plan the trip, and I used to just think about what I was going to do during that trip, and I really didn't enjoy the moment I was living in. But while I was there, I was just enjoying. I didn't care about what was happening in Mexico, what was happening in my school, in my life in general. I was just living the moment. I was just enjoying me being in Seoul, being in this place that I wanted to be for so long, and it felt great to not think about what I was going to do tomorrow or when I was going to leave. I was just enjoying, because sometimes when you're on a trip, you're just thinking like, oh my god, I don't want to leave, like it's gonna, in 2 days I'll be back. I didn't want to think about that. I was like, I'm here now. That's the only important thing. And sometimes we need that. We just need to be here now and not think about anything else. Also, while I was there, I realized that it's okay to take some time out. I was so stressed with school. A lot of things were happening at that time, and sometimes you just need to say bye to all of those things, go somewhere new, and just take some time out and don't think about anything else. It kind of goes with what I just said in the last point. But if you're getting tired of something, or if you're bored, or if you just feel overwhelmed, it's okay to take some time out and don't answer to anyone and don't think about all the things you have to do. It's necessary for your health and your mental health. And the last thing that Korea taught me, or that, I don't know, the last way that I changed in South Korea, is that I realized that there are some places that you just vibe with them, that you just feel welcomed in. I don't know, there are some places that have a vibe that you just like. I mean, no offense, but when I used to live in Montreal, I didn't feel that great. Maybe it was my energy. Maybe I couldn't vibe with Montreal because I didn't have the same energy. But while I was in Seoul, I realized that I was completely vibing with the city. I was completely vibing with the people, with the food, with the environment. Everything about me being there just felt right. It felt at peace, and it was the first time that I was there, but I felt as if I had been there before. And maybe it was because my energy was vibing with South Korea, or because I was meant to be there at that time. I don't know, but there are some places that you just vibe with them and some places that you don't, and it is okay. Your vibration is different every single time, and every place has a different vibration that may or may not be for you. Okay, so that's it for today's video. That's what I learned while being in South Korea, or that's how South Korea changed me. I'm looking forward to going there a second time. So if you have any doubts about South Korea, or if you want me to speak in more detail about the places I went to, what I saw, and my thoughts about it, just tell me in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to hit the notifications bell. You can click down there if you want to subscribe to my channel, or here to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to watch other videos of me, you can click here. And yeah, apparently I have nothing else to say. I am sending you so much love and light and happiness, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!